Welcome to Lunch Hour Lessons with Allison. I'm Allison Mädl, and today is March 14th, 2019. Each week on Wednesday at 12:30, I come to you live to introduce a topic related to nutrition and health that I think is interesting and give you a lesson to take with you into your daily life. But today is Thursday because I'm here in Boise to teach a workshop for the Nutritional Therapy Association, which starts today through Sunday. So I always post a transcript on my blog at AllisonMädl.com for each of these lessons. And today's topic is what your skin wants. Many of us use multiple personal care products on our skin every day. And this can be anything from sunscreen to makeup. And this does concern me for a few reasons. Not that I don't use these things sometimes, but conventional and personal care products, like the ones you'd find in any major drugstore, are relatively unregulated for safety, unlike food is. Some of them are made of ingredients that research has shown to be carcinogenic. They can damage our skin's microbiome, which is basically the protective probiotic layer that covers our entire skin from our face down to our toes. And these products also are bad for the environment and designed to make the appearance of the product itself look and feel a certain way rather than actually paying attention to the health effects once it goes onto the skin. So if you wouldn't eat it, don't put it on your skin. That's kind of my rule of thumb. Now, why is that? The skin is our body's largest organ, and it's very permeable, which means that things can go through it really easily. And unlike substances entering the digestive tract, everything that we put on or inject into our skin goes directly into the bloodstream. Let's talk about that a little bit. So the digestive system is a tube, basically, with parts designed to kill bacteria like the stomach and other parts that screen for invaders and kind of keep out the bad stuff from what we ingest so that it can be eliminated through the liver and through the proper channels. But our skin doesn't have this ability, and instead everything we put on or inject into it, again, just gets directly absorbed into the bloodstream. You can think about this a little bit with something like a transdermal patch, or some medicines actually you put on as a patch and they just absorbed right away because people know that that's one of the fastest ways to get ingredients into our bloodstream. Before the advent of what we call skincare products, the really only things that our skin came in contact with were air, water, maybe dirt, and animal fats, which were really what people used in the past for moisturizing if they needed it. And this is what our body is prepared for. Another reason to focus on feeding your skin the right food is that external beauty is only achieved through internal health. Using lotions and creams to kind of chase this ideal of beauty doesn't produce the results that proper nourishment on the inside can do for your skin. So here's some steps to improve skin health, and these are listed on my blog at AllisonMädl.com. You can first check out the Skin Deep database, which is part of the Environmental Working Group. So you can just Google Skin Deep Environmental Working Group, and you can actually test your cosmetics against their rating scale for safety. So that's a really good way to start. The best way to also get better skin is to get better sleep. And I talked about better sleep in Lunch Hour Lessons 6 and 7 with optimizing and prioritizing your sleep, so you can check that out. Another supplement or nutrient that you can use to help your skin would be collagen peptides. And those are kind of popular right now. People have heard about collagen peptides usually. Vital Proteins is a great brand. I would say 1 to 2 scoops per day really nourishes our body and the collagen and the connective fibers that keep our skin looking younger. Another thing is to hydrate yourself. We talked about that last week, so definitely make sure to drink water slowly throughout the day to nourish those skin cells. The best thing that I found recently is a product called emu oil, which is another thing that you can do to help your skin. This is something that helps take the calcium that kind of can deposit in the skin's layers and move it into the bones and joints where it's important to be. And that helps reduce wrinkles, and the best kind of brand that I like is called Walkabout Health Products, and it's a small company. They get their emus, you know, the bird like an ostrich, from Australia, and I actually put it on topically, and I also take it internally to that whole idea of nourishing from the inside out. So another thing you can do is to eat more naturally occurring fats. So we talked about even oil, but you can actually use more naturally occurring fats like butter and coconut oil, and even lard is actually really nourishing to the skin because it helps keep our cells in our skin very firm and plump and just like the way we want our skin to be. Next week we're going to talk about homemade deodorant, which can be something that is another personal care product you can swap out for something a little safer. Speaking about that sort of thing, another thing is sunscreens, and I'm not going to go into the whole subject now, but if you Google dangers of sunscreens, there's a lot of articles been written lately on the toxins in sunscreens that have actually been shown to cause reproductive harm. So that's one problem. The other thing is when we shield our skin from the sun all the time, it actually isn't as helpful for our skin as we once thought it was. Vitamin D plays a big role in skin health, so if we're shutting all that off, it doesn't really do us much good. So the best way is to build up your sun tolerance naturally by tanning slowly, never burning. And if you have to be out for a long time, just to use protective clothing instead of sunscreen. Either a rash guard when you're swimming or big hats if you're hiking and things like that. And it'll go a long way to protecting your skin. Trying to go without makeup as often as possible. I know it sounds a little scary, but it is really, really good for your skin to let it breathe and be fresh. If anything, try not to do full coverage makeup every day. Maybe just a mascara and, you know, on the days that you feel comfortable with that and you know you're beautiful and unique, and just let that show. It really, really will be helpful for your skin. The last thing I want to say is to not wash your skin everywhere with soap every single day. The main reason being that soap is really drying for your skin. It strips the natural oils, but what it also does is it takes off that natural probiotic layer, which we talked about earlier, which is very protective of the skin. It's called your skin's microbiome, like I mentioned. And so soap really does kill all that every day. So I'd say just wash the important parts and use water on your face. A good makeup remover is actually coconut oil, so that's a good way to use instead of soap. And if you're looking for a good bar soap, ones that are based with coconut oil or olive oil are good choices. That is all the time we have for today. Be sure to tell a friend this week's lunch hour lesson, which is to nourish your skin from within to get the best results. Again, nourish your skin from within to get the best results. Like my page to get the weekend tip that comes out on Saturday, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.